Commando. As a direct consequence of intense rioting and gun attacks by the violent Republican movement against loyalists in Belfast on the 27th of June 1970, the Red Hand Commando was formed. The founding principles were to ensure that the union between Great Britain and Northern Ireland remained safe and to defend the loyalist community. 30 years on, we reaffirm ourselves to those two just principles. Whilst we aspire towards a peaceful society, we also pledge to remain in readiness to re-engage the Republican enemy should it become necessary. Let us remember our courageous Red Hand comrades who have fought, been imprisoned as a result of their beliefs, or have fallen in pursuit of our cause, which we deem to be just and noble. May the songs and music contained herein act as inspiration to others to unite with us in our resolve, steadfastness and determination to ensure that the fighting spirit of the Red Hand perpetuates for as long as necessary. L'âme der Bravoure, Ulster to victory.
Hello, I haven't done an upload anywhere for about a month, yeah. The last upload I did was What Do I Know? That went on YouTube. And then I did another upload, What I Do Know, which I put on Facebook, and then I put it on YouTube, but YouTube took it down, but Facebook didn't. What I Do Know, that was the last upload that I did, so for about a month I've been sat here doing fuck all, absolutely nothing. Apart from thinking, and I've wrote bits down, so yeah, it's been a while since the voice of the white and black white shites has been on a wee rant. Well, I'm ready to go on one, because I'm fucking angry. Flipping angry. I ain't the voice of Bradford, and neither is Imran Hussain. Do you know what I mean? The elected MP for Bradford East, which includes Forpedge, Rayvo, Swain House, and Bolton Road and all that, yeah? If you're the elected voice of Bradford, Mr. Imran Hussain, why didn't anyone vote for you in them areas? Because you're not the voice of Bradford East, you're the voice of the Islam community, where your mosque is. I mean, not your mosque, I mean, by your parliamentary office on Barker End Road, yeah? And the mosque is around the corner, innit? Yeah, so I would like to give a big shout out to Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, yeah? For waking the world up to what the Islamic real ideology is. And the real ideology is, well, have a look at what they say. They're not going to back down, are they? I mean, if Hamas surrendered tomorrow, then it'd be over, wouldn't it? But they're not going to either. They're not going to stop. A ceasefire. What's a ceasefire? So they can rearm. So Hezbollah can rearm. So Houthis can rearm. But funded by the Iranian government, yeah? That's all a ceasefire means to Hezbollah, Hamas and that, yeah? All right, they've killed his leader in Hamas, but what have they said? Well, we stand firm. We will not back down. But if they surrendered tomorrow, like the Germans did in Second World War, once they surrendered and said, right, well, we've been defeated, then the war would over, wouldn't it? But no, because of their radical Islamic ideology. They can't, can they? Because they've made their bed, they've got a fucking lie in it, haven't they? So, thank you to these terror groups that won't back down. And you know, Lebanon is 37% Christian. Yeah? Yeah, so, do you know what I mean? And it was only in the 70s that it became an Islamic state because of something to do with a load of Palestinians came into Lebanon, yeah, and created a civil war. That's what it was about, and that's why it became an Islamic state. And I mean, Hezbollah in Lebanon, they only control certain parts of it where the Israelis are doing whatever they're doing there. And they won't back down, will they? Because their ideology says they've got to what? Well, you tell me. In the religion of peace. I mean, moderate followers of Islam, yeah, of course, peaceful, isn't it? But in the scriptures and the Quran, what does it say? Anything that precedes earlier is what Muhammad said, isn't it? Yeah, so what follows, what were the peaceful part of it is the destruction of, I don't know. Well, you know, don't you? So, it's all being put out to the world now. So what do you think moderate Christians think about it? I mean, what about the radical Christians? And I know many of them, yeah? Radical Christians like, fucking IRA, UVF, UDF. Yeah, they're radical Christians, aren't they? But thanks to your ideology, you've united Catholics and Protestants across the UK, probably across the world. So cheers, Hezbollah, Hamas, and UTIs with your ideology. What you've done is brought Christians together. You know what I mean? Catholics and Protestants, we now know that we don't have to fight each other because there's a bigger threat. Your ideology. I mean, Christians want to live in peace, man. You know, they don't want a one world government, do they? No. They just want to live in peace with everyone. I mean, look what's going on in France. All the churches that are being burnt because it's now nearly 20% Islamic. Isn't that how the other side of the 5 pillars of Islam works? Once you immigrate to a country, Islamists or Muslim, I won't say Muslims because God bless Hindus and Sikhs. You go to another country, then you start complaining about this, that and the other, about pigs and there's no halal and all that, yeah? And then you have loads of kids, which is fair enough, yeah? And then you start complaining more and more until you, where we are now, where you're going out on the streets and from the rivers to the sea. What does that mean? Well, those followers of Islam that say that they don't know what that means are liars. They know what it means. Well, I ain't going to say it because they might get taken down this. But, I mean, if Palestine were there first, yeah, like I've said before, who would hear first in England? Can we sing at marches from the River Aire to the Atlantic coast or the North coast, rid of... would that be fair on those that follow Islam? I wouldn't have thought so, would you? So, because we're Christians, are we? We believe in God. You believe in a one world fucking flipping government, don't you? That's all you're after until, what's it called? Allah. Yeah? Until he takes over and the whole world is under that control, you will not rest. And you can deceive, you can lie, as long as it's pushing forward the Muhammad's cause, then you can lie, you can deceive, it don't matter. You can go out and say that, oh yeah, we're alright, yeah, but you all got your mosque and we know what goes on in the mosque, don't we? But I do. It ain't hard to fucking flipping scroll down and go to a few mosque meetings and what the imams are saying. And most of the imams can't even speak English, can they? And if I'm lying, please do tell me in the comments. I don't know where the comments are. I'm going to upload it to my friends on Facebook first, privately, and they might laugh at it and think, what's he on about, that fucking knobhead Scotty? And then I might make it public on Facebook, yeah, so that anyone can view it. And you get loads of shit comments like, oh, have you had a drink? Where are your teeth? And, do you know what I mean? So they just view the picture, but don't. It's like, if I go into Lidl, yeah, and I'm waiting at the queue, there's all the papers there. I read the headline and I see a picture, but I don't actually read the story. So a lot of my things that I've put on, uploaded to Facebook, yeah, I get loads of comments like, oh, what, he's an old man and he's ranting and raving. But that's all they do is look at the picture, read what the headline is, and make an assumption without actually reading the story or the description to it, not on Facebook, but on YouTube. So, do you know what I mean? Blink, blink, the eye of a phone, yeah? Because most people now have got 3-minute memories, haven't they? They're on a phone, yip, yap, yap, yap. See, this here, the phone, what I'm talking into now, which I only use to do uploads. Do you know? Where is it? There it is, yeah. That phone there, right? It controls you. You don't control the phone, it controls you. So, do you know what I mean? So, you go out and you try, I mean, my mates, you can hold a conversation with them, but you go out in the world talking to people, hold on a minute, I've got a message, and it's just a flipping notification from the phone that's going, the smartphone going, meow, meow, meow. Hello, I'm here, the phone's saying. You know what I mean? So you get about a minute to talk to people that are ruled, that are enslaved by the phone. So you start talking a conversation, open a conversation with people, and they go, hold on a minute, I've got a message, and then they come back, oh, we're only a notification. And you think, so you start trying to remember what you were talking about, and then they say, have you seen this on, I don't know, fucking Snapchat, Instagram, and they're putting their phone, look at it, ain't it funny? I'm thinking, what's that got to do with it? It's got nothing to do with me. And then, so you start talking about, I don't know, the fake mainstream news. And if you don't follow what the fake mainstream news is saying, people in the pub don't like it. I mean, I got barred from the malt kiln because a guy, this was 18 months ago, and I got barred for this, no word of a lie. I got barred from the malt kiln in Undercliff, Bradford, because a customer were talking about the Russian war. It just started with Ukraine. And they were like, oh, we've got to support Ukraine. And I thought, no, I support Russia, mate. Do you know why? Because it's the mainstream media telling you to do this. And he complained to bar staff who complained to the manageress, whatever. Yeah. And then I got barred because I didn't agree with his side of the story. And I seen on the news last night now that employees in that work in public like hospitality, yeah, if they overhear a conversation, this is what Labour have brought in, if they overhear a conversation, say they might be talking about trans, gays, blacks, whites, whatever, if they're offended by it, then they can complain to the manager and that person can get into trouble for it. What a bloody joke it is. No bloody joke. And this is why I'm having a rant now, because I've sat for a month watching all this unfold and I'm thinking, and people just go along with it, they stay silent. Oh, I have to say, no, I'd rather be anonymous, mate. You know, I know what's going on, I can tell you what's going on, but you don't say out or do out about it. Now, Tommy, you know our Tommy, yeah, on my birthday, October 26th, yeah, is doing that thing in London, yeah, which is good, and I hope I can't go. One, I can't afford it, and two, because of my diagnosis of whatever, it's too much of a journey where your lymph nodes don't work, so I'll be like a fucking cardboard box by the time I got there. But I will tell you right here, right now, do you know, on Remembrance Day, that's coming up in November, yeah? All the pro-Palestinian stuff, yeah, they've all joined together and they're having a march on Remembrance Day. Type it into your flipping Google and have a look at what pro-Palestine or the Muslims, the Islamic, that are all coming together, what they're doing on Remembrance Sunday. Anyway, I've had enough now because I'm out of breath. Good night, God bless. I love my country. Do you?